Hello. This video presentation, might not be short, is our last video for Unit 4. What we're going to be doing is looking at finding the equation, the quadratic equation or equation of a parabola, given 3 points, 3 random points. Now we could do this using Gauss-Jordan elimination, but we're going to do it a slightly different way. It's the same principle. The general form of a quadratic equation is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. We know this from studying the quadratic formula. What we're going to do is we're going to stick each x and y coordinate into the equation, and we're going to have 3 equations. So we'll have negative 11 equals a times negative 1 squared, must be in parentheses because it's negative, plus b times negative 1, again in parentheses, plus c. Negative 8, second point, equals a times 2 squared, I don't need parentheses, plus b times 2 plus c, and lastly, negative 23 equals a times 5 squared plus b times 5 plus c. I don't know. I guess it looks better with the dot. All right. Now, we're going to clean this up. Negative 11 equals a, negative 1 squared is 1, minus b plus c. Negative 8 equals 2 squared is 4. 4a, whoops, that was an ugly looking 4. 4a plus 2b plus c. And lastly, negative 23 equals 25a plus 5b plus c. Now, why we're not going to use Gauss-Jordan elimination is because every single time we do this, the coefficient of c is 1. It makes it really easy to solve. What we're going to do is take these 2 equations and we're going to subtract them, or add them really, because I'm going to change this from a negative to a positive, positive to a negative, negative, and a negative. And then add them together. So I get negative 3 equals negative 3a minus 3b, and the c's cancel. Here, I get negative 15 equals 21a plus 3b, and the c's cancel. They always will. Now we solve this system. Normally I would divide by 3, divide by 3, because it's a common factor, but if I add these together, these cancel. I get negative 18 equals 18a, divide by 18, a is equal to negative 1. We solve this just like we always have with systems of equations. Now, this equation right here negative 3 equals negative 3a minus 3b, I'm going to solve by sticking negative 1 in for a. So negative 3 equals negative 3 times negative 1 minus 3b. Negative 3 equals 3 minus 3b. Subtract 3. Negative 6 equals negative 3b. Believe it or not, we're almost done. Divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. B is equal to 2. So now we know A is equal to negative 1, B is equal to 2, and we just need to find C. Go back up here to the easiest equation. Looks like the first one. Negative 11 equals A minus B plus C, and substitute negative 1 and 2. So negative 11 equals negative 1 minus 2 plus C. Negative 11 equals negative 3 plus C. Add 3. Negative 8 equals C. My final equation then, y is equal to negative x squared, a is negative 1, plus 2x, b is 2, minus 8, c is negative 8. And I'm done. That's all there is to it. I'm going to do one more example, so it'll make the video kind of long. What I would do if I were you is to pause the video, try it on your own once I write it down, and then see if you get the right answer. All right, here's the last example. Write it down, try it. Whoops, I forgot my ordered pair here. Pause the video, then try it, and then check. The answer is y equals x squared minus 14x plus 13. If this is the answer you got, you don't need to watch the rest of the video. All right, here it goes. So we have negative 5 equals a times 8 squared plus b times 8 plus c. Negative 7 equals a times 6. I'm sorry. Negative 6 equals a times 7 squared plus b times 7 plus c, and 10 equals a times 11 squared plus b times 11 plus c. And we end up with negative 5 equals 64a plus 8b plus c. Negative 6 equals 49a plus 7b plus c. And lastly, 10 equals 121a plus 11b plus c. Multiply by negative 1 makes this positive, negative, and negative, and negative. And then we add these together. Positive 6 and 5 is 1 plus or equals positive 15a plus b, and 16 equals 72a plus 4b. All right. This one has one more step to it. 1 equals 15a plus b. And now I'm going to divide this by negative 4. I get negative 4. 72 divided by 4 is 36 negative 18. A minus b. I wanted my coefficients of b to be the same, except one's positive, one's negative. And I get negative 3 equals negative 3a. Divide by negative 3. A is equal to 1. Now, I'm going to find b. 1. Looking at this equation right here. 1 is equal to 15a plus b. A is 1. 15 times 1 plus b. Subtract 15, because 15 times 1 is 15. 15. And I get negative 14 is equal to b. All right? All right, now we want to find our c. We go back, slide over here. Easiest equation to work with. None of them are easy. We'll start with the first one. Negative 5 equals 64a plus 8b plus c. 64 times 1, a is 1, plus 8 times negative 14, plus c. 64 minus 80 and 32, 112, plus c, so 36, 48, negative 48, plus c is negative 5. Add 48, and we're almost done. We have 43 equals c. So our final answer, y equals ax squared. A is 1. Plus bx. B is negative 14. Minus 14x. Plus c is 43. And that's it, guys. We're done. That's all there is to it. It takes a little bit of time, which is why we won't have many of these to do. All right, have a great day, and it's the end of the unit.